Hey guys, I'm Desikan, and in this video we're going to be doing like a simple get ready with me using some of my absolute favorite must-have products, something that I've been reaching out for so much and I cannot stop using them. So those are the products I'm going to be starting off with. We have some skincare and some makeup, and of course I don't usually like just stick to one product. Because of my job I do tend to test out a lot of products, so it varies, but more than 3 weeks now I've been using these products and I've been loving them. So let's get started. Firstly, for skincare, I just had a shower and I have been loving this particular product. This one is the Bioderma Atoderm cleansing oil. So you can use this for body, face, hands, however you like it. I absolutely love this product and I'm almost out of this, and I repurchased it. Like, look at the size of this. This is a 200 ml bottle and this one is for this one is 1 liter. So that's how much I loved this one. It has a very nice subtle jasmine scent to it. It's a very beautiful cleansing product. Okay, you can use it on your face. It's very gentle. You can use it on your body if you have very dry skin. Of late I've been having very dry skin and my eczema flare up has been more than usual. So this is something I use to cleanse my face. I really desperately need something on my lips. I cannot bear to look at myself. So this is something I do use. This one is the Keto pH Play Lip Oil. This one is in the variant Cherry Nectar, which is an addition to their already existing lip oil, the pH lip oil. This one is very well loved by me and loved by a lot of people. So this one gives you a little bit of a brighter pink hue, and this one is sort of reddish. Let me just apply it and show it to you guys instead of just talking about it. It has the same kind of like a nice big toe foot applicator. This is also a pH adaptive lip oil, but it gives you more of like a subtle reddish pinkish tint, whereas the other one might have seemed a little bit more brighter for a lot of you guys. So you can apply this one on your cheek as well. This is something I was using for the longest time, and you guys have seen me use this in so many videos and talk about this in so many videos. But since this was launched, this is something I have been reaching out for. I really like the tint of this, and this again has a beautiful scent to it. It's very delicious. It has like a cherry kind of a scent, and it's not something that's overpowering, but it has a very delicious scent. That's all I want to mention. It's not something that's smelling extremely artificial, and I really like that it's very hydrating, very lightweight on the lips, and it doesn't suck the moisture out of my lips. Very nice, nourishing, hydrating lip oil, and it makes your lips feel nice and juicy and luscious as well. So you can also top this off with your other lip products if you want to, like a normal lip liner, a lipstick or anything like that, and it works really well. It's not sticky, it's not heavy. It's just a very nice lip oil. You can see the way it looks on my lips. So followed by this one, I am going to be prepping my skin with the COSRX Snail Mucin Power Essence. This is something that I have been loving, okay, and I have slept on this one for too long and now I just can't stop using it. Maybe the texture of this would not be comfortable for a lot of you guys, but I love how it makes my skin feel instantly hydrated, just overall plump and just dewy. And it also sort of like doesn't give me any flare-ups, and if there are, it is a little bit more calming on my skin. And also I had this for the longest time, but you can see how much of this one has been used. So I love this in combination with that Snail Mucin essence. Okay, so this again has that kind of a little weird texture, like it's gooey, it's sticky, but it just pairs so well, and I love the result it gives on my skin. I mean, it could be a little too much for a lot of people, but it just sinks right in after a while, and you can use this night times if you're not used to how it looks on your face. I feel like the COSRX all-in-one cream is pretty good for hydration, but sometimes I just use the essence and then follow it up with a moisturizer. This one is the CeraVe moisturizer for dry to very dry skin. This again is very well loved. It's almost to like the end of the tub, so I sometimes use this on my face, body, everywhere, and apply just a tiny bit of it, because especially if I'm using makeup, I just need a little bit more of something on it. And then follow it up with sunscreen. These are the two sunscreens I have been reaching out for. This one a little bit like over this was in my collection for the longest time. So it's the Aqualogica Glow Plus Dewy Sunscreen. Backups of this tube, I've given it to everyone I know and love, because this is a sunscreen I really enjoy using. This one is the Aqualogica Glow Plus Dewy Sunscreen. It has papaya and vitamin C in it. and it's a nice dewy hydrating sunscreen for me, especially like during the winter times. I loved it. Like, it was not making my skin look dry. You can see it gives a beautiful glow, and it also works. Okay, it was very effective. I still wear it like when it's very hot outside. I haven't seen any peak in hyperpigmentation or like just uneven skin tone in general. I feel like it was working really well, so that's why I applied it. On this side you can see the dewy finish it has. I'm not sure if you'd like it if you have oily skin, but people with dry skin, I would highly recommend this one. Even during summer times, I don't feel like it makes my face look oily or sweaty. And the other product that I love using and recently started to use is this Beauty of Joseon Relief Sunrise Plus Probiotics sunscreen. This has an SPF of 50 PA4+ rating. Again, this is a beautiful sunscreen. No wonder it receives so much love online. It is so good hydrating. But if you live in very hot, humid climates, again, I feel like maybe you would find this to be a little too dewy and not compatible with your skin type. If you are oily, someone sweats a lot on your face, I feel like you might find this to be a little too much on your face. But it blends seamlessly. I love it. It doesn't have any white cast, and I love this. Now moving to the makeup part of things. For primer, I have been using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer non-stop. I was starting to get a little bored of that primer, so I switched it up with the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Hydrating Primer, because this is something that was in my collection for the longest time, and I was like, why am I not using this? Because I do love this primer as well. It's a nice hydrating primer, but it's not extremely hydrating like the e.l.f. one is, but it also is not too sticky, and it works pretty well with most of my makeup products. And I love the texture of this. It has this very nice lightweight texture, and I feel like my makeup looks pretty good with this throughout the day. I've worn this and I've gone out for like 6-7 hours and makeup still looks fresh and stays in place. I feel like it's not a very gripping primer like the e.l.f. one is. This one and the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Primer is something that I use all the time, but I just had to put that one down as well because, oh my god, I was just getting obsessed with using that, and I was like, okay, I have all of these other primers and why am I not using it up? Sometimes, you know, it comes to your head like, why am I not using it up? For color corrector, this was something I started using. This one is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter color corrector in the shade Peach. And like a lot of people mentioned, I do feel like it's a little bit too light for you if you have dark circles like mine. Like some days I don't really have this intense of a dark circle, like for a couple of weeks. Like if I haven't been so stressed, I've slept well, I've rested well, I've eaten well, not much of screen time and all of that, I feel like it's good. So, but if you have like dark circles like mine right now, that it's pretty intense, I think it's not enough, you know. Maybe I should try out the shade Mango, but I'm not sure if that is too deep. That's where, you know, it's like either too light or it's too deep. It's not in between. It's a nice brightening color corrector. Like it does conceal, but there's a little bit of darkness that still peeks through. And I usually have to fix that with a concealer almost all the time. And then on this side, I'm going to be using this one because this is something I have been reaching out for recently. This one is the e.l.f. Peach Color Corrector. And again, same thing goes with this. It would work for you if you have like pretty like light dark circles. If your dark circles are not that intense, but of course if it's intense, this is too light for you. You have to switch to an orange color corrector or a deep peach like the one Bobbi Brown has. That is also my favorite, but I've not been using it after I got these. See, this is not even as pigmented as the Huda Beauty one. It's very light and kind of like blends away, so you have to apply a little bit more every time. Some days it does work out for me. I feel like I just am very appreciative of this product, but sometimes I just feel like it's not enough. If you're just going to take more and more color corrector, then it defeats the purpose of a color corrector. And then for foundation, this is the one that I have been using non-stop. This one is a Nude Sticks Tinted Cover Foundation. I have this one in the shade 6. This is literally like the best foundation for daily wear. Like I don't even look beyond this. If I know that I want to have my skin looking like skin and just looking like its best, this is the foundation I reach out for because it just makes you look so clean, so put together, and it's just a beautiful product overall. Can you see how instantly it made my skin look really nice and like put together and seamless? That's how this foundation is. It has a little bit of dewiness when you first initially apply it, but it tones down, trust me on that. This and another foundation that I reach out for the most is this. Is this one. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. I have this one in the shade Honey. This is also a really nice foundation that has that skin-like finish. And if you want like a little bit more coverage or something, you can use this. And it never looks too much. Both of these are my like ride or die products at the moment. If at all you ever want to pick up these products, pick them up on discount. The nude sticks goes on flat 40% off. You get it for around 2,000 rupees. Trust me, it's one of the best products I have tried out. You can maybe skip on the Bobbi Brown one, but even this is really good. Sometimes the minis come on buy one get one, and you will not regret this foundation as well. And then for concealer, these are the two concealers I have been using and reaching out for the most. I also have testing out a couple of new concealers, but these are the ones that are in my makeup drawer for over a month now, and I do really like these, including the Maybelline Instant Age Divine Concealer, which I just used a couple of videos back. Yeah, it's not like I'm like intentionally trying to mix only high-end products or only affordable products. It's just a combination of everything. And so today I'm going to be using the NYX Do Me Bear With Me Serum Concealer. I just don't like the packaging of this, but it's a beautiful concealer. It has the most amazing coverage, dewiness, everything you look for if you have dry skin. It doesn't crease as much, it doesn't cake up underneath the eyes, and it just blends so nicely. It has this very thin consistency. Look. And it's just so dewy underneath the eyes. It's beautiful. It doesn't cake up, it doesn't dry my under eye area out all the more. Beautiful, even to use it all over your face. You can find this on really good discount on Myntra, like for like 30%, 40% off. Pick it up. I have this one in the shade Tan, by the way, which is a pretty good match for my under eye area. It's not a brightening shade, but on a day-to-day basis, I'm not into a lot of like brightening concealers, especially with the dark circles I have. I feel like it just makes it look all the more worse. And then to set everything in place, Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder, one of my absolute favorite loose powder, along with the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. These two are a combination made in heaven. So what I do is I use this first for setting like all over my face and underneath my eyes and all of that. So I take a little bit of a fluffy brush like this one for the under eye. This one is a pack 218. It is a little bit of a fluffy brush. So I take the powder generously. And then for my all over my face, I take a more fluffy brush. This brush is bigger than my face actually, but I am doing this specifically during the summers because I used to not do this as much during the winter time because I don't sweat or I don't really have oily skin and I don't live where it's extremely hot. But now it's extremely hot and my face starts to look really sweaty. So I do that. And the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, I use this more like a blotting powder. So every single time I feel like after I get ready, if there's a little bit of oil seeping through, I use this one and set it in place. So we will do that once it starts to get a little bit oily. So now moving on to blush. I like to use the Kiro lip oil as a blush sometimes. It's a little bit dewy, so you could stick to using this just on your lip. But for anyone who likes a little bit of a dewy look, of course, you can use this on your cheek. And it gives you that glossy finish. Subtle tint and that glossy finish. There are some blushes that I do really like. I like the Kiro blush stick in the shade Vintage Rose. This was again in my everyday makeup pouch when I was traveling and all of that because this is a very beautiful shade, Vintage Rose, and it has a really good lasting power and also blendability. So I like this over the Nude Sticks blush because I feel like Nude Sticks, it fades away as soon as I'm done with my makeup and I'm always constantly retouching my blush. But this is not like that. Like you can build on it, make it intense or keep it very subtle. So there's no dewiness on this side like this one is. We were matching that with the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge blush. This one is again a pH adaptive blush. It has a subtle pink tone to it and it's like hard pressed in the pan, but it gives you this kind of like a sheen. And I apply this on my face every single time. Like once I'm done with my makeup, I top it off with this one, and it also adds that, you know, glow. So you don't really need a highlighter on a day-to-day basis. I don't like to blend anything with my fingers because I feel like it looks streaky, so I just use a blush. And I feel like it tones down that sheen as well. Why did I get it here? But just keep in mind that anything a little bit too dewy will exaggerate all of that texture on your face, and it just will make it more prominent. Any little bump And then for bronzer, this one is the Balm Take Me Home bronzer. I can't find this on Nykaa for some reason, but this is literally the most beautiful shade of bronzer ever. It just adds a beautiful amount of warmth without making it look too much. Like, you know, it's not too stark as well. And I love this. And then I also applied this bronzer all over my eyelid because I don't do eyeshadows as much these days because I don't have the time, especially when I'm going out or even like filming videos. I'm literally always running on a tight schedule because life is like that lately. And then for my eyebrows, I use this Insight eyebrow pencil. This is in the shade, I think, dark gray. One of the best eyebrow pencils I ever discovered. It has a spoolie on one side. Just brush it down like that. I can do my eyebrows with this eyebrow pencil in like 30 seconds maybe. These are the two mascaras that I have been testing out actually, and because of that it was in my everyday makeup drawer. One is the Huda Beauty One Coat Wow mascara. It's a pretty good lengthening and volumizing mascara. And of course I have my MAC Stack mascara. I got this from Myntra for like 1,900 I think, because there was a discount going on. That's the only reason I actually picked it up, but I really like this one as well. It gives you pretty good length and volume. And then for lips, for lip liner, I have been really using just these 3 lip liners. Can you believe I have switched to using lip liners because it was getting out of hand and I was not using some of my nude lipsticks. So this one is the Mass Edge of Desire lip liner. This one is in the shade Wine Nights, which is more of like a wine shade, deeper wine shade. I use this for deeper shades of lipsticks or lipsticks around this tone, or if I want it to look like that. This one is in the shade Blood Bath, which is more like a reddish brown terracotta shade. And I also use this MAC lip pencil. This is in the shade Chicory, which is great for shades like, you know, Charlotte Tilbury, Walk of No Shame and all of that, where I want to add a little bit more warmth. So to prep my lips, I have been loving this Indie Wild Dewy Lip Treatment. I thought this was just like, you know, just a little too hyped, but it actually works for my really dry, chapped lips, and it's really nice and hydrating, and it doesn't like strip the moisture off from my lips. So it's a really nice lip balm in case you are looking for something like that. And lining it with the shade Wine Not. I love these lip liners from Mars Cosmetics. They're not extremely like rigid like your usual wooden lip liners, but they're not extremely like transfer proof as well. They do transfer a teeny tiny bit, but they stay in place pretty much the entire day. You can fill in your lips, you can line your lips more precisely, and it works. And then the couple of lipstick shades that I have been using of late is, first one is MI Kiss. This one's actually a really nice nude shade for my skin tone. I'll show you how this looks without lip liner as well, because a lot of you guys would be interested to know that. So this is how it looks like even without the lip liner. And then another shade that I have been of late reaching out for is also from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is in the shade Walk of Shame. Walk of No Shame actually, sorry. This is what the shade looks like without any lip liner. And this is something I like to pair with the MAC Chicory lip liner. This is how it looks like with the lip liner. Just a little bit more deeper, I feel like. A little bit more like defined. Another favorite of mine, MAC Retro. This one is a satin finish lipstick in the shade Retro. I'm not sure if this is still available. I think they've discontinued this, but this is one of my favorite shades. And the other shade, the last one, is MAC Meticulous. This is a very lightweight formulation. It just is matte but feels super lightweight and very long lasting on your lips. And I didn't show you guys the demo of the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So usually when I'm not in a setup like this where there's no air conditioner on, I just get a little bit sweaty and it starts to happen around my T-zone. So I take a more flat brush and it instantly mattifies my skin. So yeah. It's a really nice touch-up kind of a powder, something that you can keep in your bag, purse. That's something you can carry along with you, keep it in your bag, keep it in your purse, and you can retouch upon it constantly. Of course, it doesn't come with a sponge, so you might have to carry it or do something, but it's a nice product, very affordable, and totally worth the price. So yeah, that's pretty much it. My lips are really dry, so I'm going to use this Kiro lip oil on top. I love this combination. Yeah, that's pretty much everything like I do in terms of like makeup, getting ready on a day-to-day basis. This is like my everyday makeup routine. These products I do switch out really often, so the next time I do this in the next month, it might be a little bit different. I feel like it's a nice way to show you guys all of the products I am using, going back to the products I own, my old favorites, and using up the products in my collection, and like sort of like a shop my stash kind of a video. So I wanted to do this to just show you, like, yeah, I do use these products. Maybe you wanted to see a demo of these products, maybe you just wanted to see what are the products I like. If my recommendations work out for you, you can try these products out. Apart from that, I do have some skincare products I have been loving. This one's a simple 10% vitamin C plus E plus F serum. This is a really nice vitamin C serum. It works so good if you have a lot of texture, if you just want to brighten your skin tone a little bit. I'm almost out of this one. It's empty. I do have the moisturizer as well, which I emptied completely. That's a really nice moisturizer again, and it has that silicone kind of a feel on it, and it kind of is a little bit blurring on the skin as well. So the combination of this one and the vitamin C moisturizer is really great, but I did happen to empty that one out, which you'll see in my empties video. And during the night time, along with the COSRX and all of that, I use the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair serum. I have backups and backups of this one because I love it. I love how it makes my skin feel so soft, supple, radiant, just overall glowy. And when I don't use this, I do see a difference in my skin. And then for hair care, I love this Aveda Cherry Almond Softening Shampoo. This is my second bottle of this. Okay, so this is empty. I'm almost on to the second empty of this one, and I have backups of this one as well. Every single time there's like a buy one get one, buy two get one on these products, I pick it up. It's the most amazing like softening shampoo, which doesn't cause a lot of hair fall for me. Sometimes because of the water and everything, my hair was just starting to feel like broomstick. Like if it was like if I turn like this and I hit someone's face, it would burn. That is how rough the texture of my hair was starting to feel. This one just did soften it up really well. And apart from that, I love this BBlunt Intense Shine Hair Mask. I have been using the BBlunt shampoo. I have emptied 2 bottles of that, which you will see in my empties video. I really like that shampoo. It works really well for my hair. It doesn't again cause hair fall, doesn't cause dryness and frizziness on my hair. But this mask is so good, you guys. This one is a BBlunt Intense Shine Hair Mask. This is the second dabba of this one. I've emptied one completely, and this is so nice and moisturizing for my hair. It is something I leave on for about 10 minutes and then wash it off, and my hair feels so nice and nourished and soft and shiny. So I make sure to use this at all times, and I have to repurchase this. And whenever I finish hair care products, I'm so worried because I have to go back to repurchasing it. And sometimes because I get sent a lot of products, I'll be like, okay, let me empty this up and then go back to that. And most of the times never happens, even if I love a product. So this one I do want to repurchase, but I want to empty some of the hair masks that I already own. But this is really nice for my hair, and I have been loving it. The combination of this shampoo and this hair mask work really well. So just because it's BBlunt, sometimes I feel like people would just like ignore some products and trash it maybe, but it works so good. And then for perfume, I have this. This is the Victoria's Secret Bombshell Seduction Body Mist. This is like my everyday body mist, something that I use to run errands if I'm like on an active day when I want to smell really nice and fresh. So this is almost empty. I want to finish this one up because it's been a while and I'm actually a little bit bored of this one. So I picked up this Victoria's Secret Bombshell Passion variant on Myntra because it was available for around 500 or 600 rupees on a discount, and I love the dry down smell of this. Initially, it smells a little bit like rosy and powdery, but the dry down of this is the most amazing scent. I can't describe it. I'll try to leave the notes of this one. Someone mentioned that, if Deepthi can't describe the notes, she describes the experience. I can only most of the times tell you what I feel like when I wear this, but yeah, I'll leave the notes of this one somewhere here on the screen, and it is beautiful. But it's not the most long lasting scent. I feel like the Bombshell Seduction lasts a lot better on me than this one does, but my fabric still smells really good by the end of the day, by the next day and all of that when I use this. So I always spritz it on my outfit more than on my like wrist or anything. That's pretty much everything I want to talk to you guys about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. This was a different kind of current favorites I wanted to do, like my shop my stash, my current favorites, products I'm using and all of that in one video. So let me know what you think about this. Comment down below and let me know what other videos you'd like to watch. What are you loving at this time? What are the products you want me to try out? What are the kind of videos you want to watch? Let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.